Alright, next turn. Something exciting happened. Last turn I said there was quite a potential for big combats to go down, and guess what? This turn took a long time to process and generated some 45 megabytes of combat logs, so I think something went down. Okay, the only thing that happened down with us this turn though was that we destroyed that drone. Let's look at this exciting combat. Well, it wasn't even this drone, this is around a... what point? Okay. And that's happening last turn. I think that's happening last turn that we did not participate in. Knocked over another Gulag planet there. Minor skirmishes. Oh yeah, he knocked over a more decently sized Gulag fleet over on the northern front. 12 destroyers and a light cruiser down and some supporting drones there. Lost the battleship. And he knocked over more planets. Okay, so all the big combats that happened this turn are not involving me. Let's check. Yeah, look at this. The Slurper fleet here looks like it managed to destroy the E fleet. Awesome! Awesome sauce! There might have also been some more big combats over here. Still says battleship group over here. There's one drone remaining in the sector, so they might have well been in combat as well, destroying this planet. I think that might have been the most defended one here. I looked at this planet a couple turns ago. Many of these have like 4, 5, or 10 weapon platforms. So I was hoping for this fleet to engage me, but it seems like he's not jumped through. Yeah, he's not given a jump order. That's unfortunate. I was hoping he would run into my minefield and could then get destroyed by my fleet over there. Now I'm going to need to jump into him unless I want to be blockaded there. I mean, there's nothing here to be blockaded from, really. I just want to get over it and attack him instead of waiting for anything. Yeah, you don't want to attack the ship that is with that fleet. Alright. Delete your orders. And check the rest of our movement log first, or our event log. Communications. Please don't take it to funerals. You reject the gift or something. Looks like he accepted it. Let's check. We have successfully transferred 10,000 minerals last turn to both the Twilight and the Slurpees. Good. Finally getting past that negative mineral era, I hope. And he got a level of astrophysics. Not exactly sure what he's taking astrophysics for. Astrophysics 2 unlocks, I believe, the tractor beam weapons. Let me look at the tech sheet real quick. Astrophysics. Level 2, yeah, tractor and repulsor weapons and weapon overloading weapons. Those are some gimmick weapons that just make your guns take longer to reload. The tractor repulsor weapons are also gimmick weapons, but they can actually be useful occasionally. If you run on a short-range fleet, you can use some tractor beams, or if you use a ramming fleet, you can use tractor beams. Or if you use a missile fleet, you can use repulsor beams to keep everyone away from you. Doesn't tend to work well against close-range fighter swarms, but against ships that can be good. Pretty cheap to research as well, 1k per level. Another gimmick weapons are these massive engine destroying ones. The Kentarans are using these. I don't think they're better than regular engine overloads, the regular ion guns, but they have a bigger alpha strike, so they destroy one entire engine, I believe, or gun, if they hit. And they're, I believe, short range. Power Leech can be good because it can disable enemy ships. It'll just remove their supplies and add them to your own. It'll also keep removing supplies even if yours are full, so that's good. If you just get an enemy ship to 0 supplies, it'll also be combat ineffective. The question is always, is it worth zapping a ship full out of their entire stores of supplies compared to just spending the guns on the gun tonnage on regular guns to destroy the enemy? Usually the answer to that question is no, but there might be some scenarios in which it is. Then is these here, mine warheads specialties. Ionic warheads destroy the engines just like the ionic guns. Neutrino warheads do what exactly? Any neutrino guns? I'm not entirely sure what neutrino warheads destroy. Either shield generators or weapons, something like that. Okay, so got our research this turn. Got the level 2 logistics scanners and a level in central computers and a level of astrophysics shared to us. Then let us put enough points in that we're going to get the next level of logistics. Scanners we don't need anymore, the rest we're going to dump into central computers. Next tab. What miscellaneous things have happened? The Kentarans ran their scout through the Ikyak system into the northern minefield in Rollo, as expected. Followed a bunch of new colonies. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 new colonies. In some places a little bit more unpleasant now than it was before. Well, it happens when you strip mine planets with 30 mines. 29 is a minefield, there's a shipyard on it. We already have police in place and expanding the secret police force to shoot anybody who gets too grumpy about the planet being shit though. And the Derridex back in our home system lost some engine points. Did you just get built or something? Looks like you did. How about you build one more of yourself? One more battleship, please. You just head down towards this way. Yeah. I'm going to need to refit you somewhere on the way. Why not just refit you here? Go to Derridex 14. Right, is you. You all the normal boots was the one that had the massive ion disperser. At short range it might take out 2 engines. Long range is more like 1 quantum engine. A 10-second fire rate and 50 kiloton size, so if you get 20 of these together, you might be able to take out all the engines on a battleship. But at that point, you're carrying 2 battleships worth of guns into battle, so these are a tough value proposition. It can be great if you want to prepare ships for boarding. Alright, you just stay where you are. Next to that war point, you can also stay around, just around. Maybe you can distract some of these ships. Or maybe you can stay there and we can try to board anything that got left behind from the assault we're going to mount onto this fleet now. How about you just go into this system, attack move you there, because otherwise it'll try not to move through a blockaded warp point, I'm pretty sure. It wouldn't know how to move at all since both warp points are blockaded. This will work though, because it's specifically giving an order to move to that point. Or an attack order. I don't think attack orders will trigger combats as long as the ship's cloaked and not being seen. So it's fine. Another one of these normal boots coming after the main fleet. Oh, okay. Dude also did not manage to move your entire range this turn again. Wonder why that is. Go there, set asteroid belt bad. Excuse objects below side level 4. Well, we'll see. You now have eyes on this world as well. Couple troopers, just 4 weapon platforms, and a space yard. You stay here, keep eyes. You are going to use another couple turns to actually build anything. Fill these up, so you wait. All the new colonies here are going to need orders. 2 minerals and 115 rats is just a little bit too bad to actually do anything here. So Romulans here, you haven't received migration. Let's begin with a space yard and an integrated defense platform. Or an integrated protection pattern. So we can upgrade these for better scanner jammers now. Let us do that. Not a massive difference. Also some of these here. I think that's it. Nothing changed on our troop technology, did it? No, I don't think anything did. Fighters, we can make large fighters now. We should design one just for the fun of it, since I like that for us last turn. Small fighters are 25, big ones are 50 kilotons. Small fighters are much harder to hit. Oh, that might not make large fighters worth it. Large fighters can take their weapon mounts. Increases damage by 100%, size, structure, cost of weapon. Okay, all it really does is add 10 kilometers to weapon range. Otherwise it just scales the weapon up to double its size. Oh, what doesn't get doubled is supply and ordnance consumption. Compare. Well, they don't get scaled. They count as direct fire weapons these days, but they don't get scaled apparently. Compare mounted APB versus just 2 of these. Because one does 16 to 20 damage at 60 range. This one does 8 to 10 damage at 15 range. Use 1 supply per shot. Also use 1 supply per shot. Let's look at something that uses ammo with DUCs. One. Just not needing to bring all the extra supplies and ordnance onto these ships might save you a couple kilotons of storage. Together with that and using the ECM and combat sensors tonnage more efficiently, yeah, you might get a benefit out of large fighters, but losing 30% evasion and 20% to hit advantage is it's tough. I'm not convinced if they're going to be better than regular ones. So I guess we also only need one afterburner to apply to the entire 50 kiloton fighter instead of two to apply to two 25 kiloton fighters. These are 3 kilotons each. Use of armor to absorb that. Point defense fire. That's something like a small incinerator. It does, honestly, quite respectable damage. At point blank range, that is as much as an APB beam does. And a proton beam. Two of these in there. 6 supply rate, 4 seconds, that's fine for consumption. What's death armor would add 5% to the defense. I might want to stack that on a small ship, a small fighter. This one I wouldn't be so sure. That strategy, short range break. Actually, you said one point blank break. I'm not sure what point blank and short actually mean. But if you're in short range, you're surely going to be in just as much defense envelope for point defense guns than point blank, right? You do more damage at even shorter ranges. Alright. Fighter. A name. We were considering 2 names for fighters once upon a time. Of course, I don't know what they were. I don't think they were in here, were they? Mostly designing this for the sake of it, rather than actually intending to build this. Let's just call you a black light, Black Hawk. Call you a Black Hawk. That's all one word. Scorpion was this one. Then I don't know what the other one was. Interesting. One thing more relevant I want to design. New scout ship with the new scanner range. There you go. Eagle 6. Of course, we just build out a lot of eagles. Alright, this fleet. Move into the Kentaran fleet. He's got 16 ships here. Got one support ship, one Sanic. 2 of his cruisers, and the rest of this is 12 battleships. It's not nothing. And I think our fleet is bigger and better. Attack Seek order twice on some random battleships. And then in order to move towards the enemy system, an attack move order. You generally, when you're moving around big stakes, you want to give attack move orders so that they won't get scared off by individual ships blockading war points and the like. Okay. We do, however, want to give him the chance of starting this turn by jumping into us. So I'm gonna give 2 orders to stay where you are. I think this will waste 2 movement points and take a little bit of time during the turn, you know. But this goes from 0 to 30. If you have 10 move, you move every third turn and every third sub turn essentially. And I hope that during this time he might decide to jump into me and I can take the fight while he jumps through the war point, and if not, I will go attack him. Okay. Colony ship over there. Colony ship over there. No, also for methane. There are methane planets around. I don't want to go back and collect any methane population. You're just gonna have to wait for migration check. Just like all the rest. Oh, look at this. Near perfect mineral value. Fortunately, you're going to need an AdMod plant. Do it like this. And then prepare yourself with police troops. There we go. Oh, perfect rats value and otherwise good resource values as well. This is going to be a resource colony, just in case we ever get monoliths, we know where to place them. You already have oxygen breathers on you. Then begin with space yard, since we're relatively close to the front lines here, and start dumping all crowns. You're unpleasant. Let's already queue up some troops. I mean, I generally want to queue up troops on every planet in the end of it. One more colonizer finish here, so there's gas certainly for that one. I also made for oxygen. I could collect some from there if I were to go take a detour, but I would rather have the planet one turn sooner. Okay. Here, Licinius, you are partially loaded. This was making 60 last turn. There's 9 plus 3 plus 4. That is 16. Plus 44 is the 60, yes. If you add 60 to this, you're at 1870, which is what they could carry before the refit. And now they can carry 268 instead of 187. So you're going to need to build 81 more mines. More boomies. How about we build them there? And this place can go upgrade its research centers and build its depot sooner. Not depot, the computer. I'm just going to keep you on load mines for the time being. You have found a new asteroid belt. It's got near perfect rats value, and we do happen to need rats right now. No, actually, rats is fine right now. I think we build another station, and the respecking we did is coming into effect. So we've got a construction tab. 3 rats facilities constructed here. Only a couple of refits got done last turn. Nothing that's particularly interesting got built, just a whole bunch of more of everything. More rats. Research Directorate. The components factories on the Zorn homeworld. Another directorate. Yeah, the directorates are all coming online now. This turn, next turn, or do we already have some directorates last turn? No, this turn. So this turn, the next couple turns, we should all get them online. At 5% more research pushing us beyond 30k RP now. Alright, you go ahead and build a refining station. Alright, they're shorter to build. Afterwards, you're going to go elsewhere and immediately start building something else, so I don't want to put you on e-build. What do we have here? Licinius had finished repairing. You are going to go do mine stuff as well. Not up here. Not up here, but up there. And down there in, well, still a couple turns. It's fine, you can all wait until you're full. Alright, up here we have a cargo transport. Instead of 10k, the Slurpees loaded. I believe I undomed some planets here recently. I'm going to need to check them all. A few turns down the line, I'm going to want to go through all my planets systematically and check if I missed any. Okay, I'm 119% rats, but since my rats production has gotten increased, I don't think I'm going to need to spec you to rats immediately. I'm going to do research like originally intended here. As I'm already queuing it up, I'm just going to queue a central computer at the end there. I will eventually upgrade that with the upgrade everything button. You are not undomed recently. You are undomed recently. I'll remove those. You now have a bigger fish to fry. Remove one, put a central computer on there. Actually remove one, okay. Schedule the upgrades to the bottom. And schedule the rest of the police troops to the bottom as well. Okay, what do we have here? Another oxygen world. That going to need something. You don't need the AdMod plant anymore. Do these places also have AdMod plants that I can now remove? Yes. It's a little bit like a waste. Built these ages ago and I spent 20 or 30 turns already chugging along and now we don't need them. Did I get moved? Yes, I did hit confirm. Alright then, what do we put on you? Resource colony. Oh, you want to be rads. Then let's give you rads. And finish those 10 police troops, I guess. There's carbon dioxide. This one is oxygen. There's Romulans on here. What's on this world? Oh, that's why I dumped all the Romulans. That's why there's so many Romulans on a domed world. It's just as many on this one. Okay. Do we want to send you upwards after this? I guess so. There's a lot of Romulans on these. They're not going to receive migration anytime soon. And if I do, I can undome them sooner. So first of all, move over there. Transfer them 3 Slurpees. Load Romulans. Where do I drop those Romulans? I guess I'm going to redrop them here. Actually, I can't just give a drop Romulans order unless I have any loaded right now, which was the problem before. So afterwards, just go there. Okay. This is the roller fleet. You have 142 drones, minus just 2 fighters here. This individual drone and this Rian can join a regular combat fleet. Mr. Rian should join the warship fleet. Actually, at 15 speed, it would be better if it were to be in a detached group. I have these old drones and I have these new drones. I'm going to split these up. I'm going to turn this into a 15 speed drone group. And I'm going to add the Rian there because why not? You're going to need a new strategy though. It's going to be max range. Actually, you're going to be disarmed plan with max range, just like your other formation over there. Formation, wall L, flying VL. Let's turn you all to flying VL. Okay, that's fine. I still need more minesweepers to actually do anything here, yeah. No, wasn't it that he had 70 mines here? I'm not sure. Take my scout ship and look at him. As if he a mine layer coming to lay more mines. Frigate. Lay 70 mines at a time. Certainly the ship that laid that minefield over there, right? So I'm definitely going to need to attack before he comes and lays more mines. Unless that's of course not the only mine laying ship. Another heavily defended Kentaran world. There's a funny subspace transmitter there, which I don't think is worth the facility sort. I use more of an edge system for him. More reasonable for him to expect combat in a place like this than in some random core system. Okay. When you came out of this system, you didn't see anything? No, you didn't. I'll just move yourself there. You go ahead and move yourself there. I can't go through this wall point because of the mines. Yeah, you just go there. I'm going to join all the new drones into the second task group now, so I don't want to control V them into Edge Fleet. Okay. Should grab the remaining planners in this place. You're busy building facilities, but I should grab some of the space yards in these worlds. Receive migration yet? No. You received migration yet? No. As a zone world is busy migrating people elsewhere. Should do is move this minefield up one further, up to where they are currently. Okay, they all got 1,000 of the supply points, so move you all towards the supply depot. You stay where you are. Go join the fleet. You need to repair anything? Yeah, the ship that is in there. You don't need to be refit yourself. You're going to be building repair facilities here soon. I'm going to say 4 or 5 turns out. Stay here for another turn before you go down to join the fleet. I is also going to need something to it. I mean, if this one just stays here for a while, you'll eventually get repaired as well. You're just to set to move to waypoint 1. That's fine. You can receive repairs there as well. You're set to move to waypoint 2. Nothing interesting happening to these worlds. Think about an Atmo plant here this turn, but that's it. These with the non-type are certainly going to need it. Move to waypoint 2. Subject Rock 7, you are for this in-between system. This is a rock world, this is not. You do not need to load green population. Okay. Some mines being built here, some mines being built there. You're still building colonizers, you're building the riots facilities. That I did not want to interrupt. Okay. And with here, I think you finished your upgrades last time. You even upgraded your drilling operation. Mark 2. And that is all 4 asteroid belts in the system taken care of. You are fully repaired and refitted. You are an intermediate design. I am going to move you one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tiles here. And then you are going to use your last movement point refitting yourself to an -4. You already have the new crew quarters, so you won't get stuck in space. Oh, you will get stuck in space because it'll refit the engines. Yeah, if you're just on the backlines and not supporting a fleet, you don't need to refit. Okay, so you can just go towards the next belt. Go to that one. What are we here? Doing operation 2, that's finished. You just need to finish repairing it. Yeah, I also want to refit you. You are going to some specific coordinates. The repair station over there, okay. What's with you guys here? You can go and be elsewhere. How would you be there? I already sent a ship to receive repairs on that place some other time. The other 4, the Derridexes, are just going to have to wait their turn. What's with this group over here? You are building. You are being repaired. You received your spare crew. This was done. So you can go towards the front line. And you can go do something else. Just the intermediate design, you're going to want to support the fleet eventually, so I'm going to refit you to a -4. You are done, you're just going to need more repairs. We can't move the repair ship there, so I'm going to need to move the Malfador there as well. Alright. This is done. 16 drones at once. You stay where you are. Set Napoleon 2. A large minesweeper. Move to Pelagium. Yeah, what am I gonna do with you? Can you go there I'm not going to be able to get an eye on the defenses of that place in one turn, but in two. I could just try risk moving my fleet through this turn. It's bigger than what we saw, and he already did not engage it. He did not jump through this turn or last turn, even after he had his spy drone here, which saw what I had. And since then I've added the other 64 or 66 drone group from up here that he did not see. So if he was already scared to engage what I had here before, he might be very scared to engage if I attack him with what I have here now. I know that he had 70 mines there. That was a while ago. It's like 7, 8, 9 turns. Each of these can sweep 60 drones. So if he just has these 70 there, I can engage him just fine. Just like this, give an attack move for twice. And then just set it to move there, for instance. Start raising. And also give attack orders some of the remaining planets in there. If these are colonized at all. So this is the option that I have. And I think it's an option I do want to take, yes. These guys can still go to waypoint 2, just to keep this point blockaded in the future. I don't have a minefield here or anything. The 2 fighters are not going to do anything against anything with meaningful amounts of guns. Alright. A lot of these are pious drones, which do have some armor plates, just in case I do need to tank mines. They will absorb some blasts. The Direct is also going to be doing well absorbing blasts, just in case he has 140 mines there and I can only sweep 120. 20 will go off. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, the scout can stay where it is. You do not need to move. What's this E-ship here? A carrier. More free. It's not filled. Fighter carrier. Davidex go towards the front line. It's a homeward building these days, still upgrades. Keeping you here just in case he had detached anything. That didn't look like he did in the movement log here. No. Let's go towards that warp point blockaded. I'm not sure how well a single Rian is going to do against a normal boats too. Maybe we get stranded. That would suck. Let's sim it. Rian. Kicked in the normal boots. And actually runs away, interesting. I'm not sure if this used the correct strategies that the Empire that made the ship gave it. I mean, it's not going to be able to destroy the ship. We'll just be able to immobilize it. The range of these guns is 100. Yeah, once it gets into range, it's over. Okay. So there's no need to fear that engagement. Who knows if he's actually going to do anything with that ship? If he's going to let it stay there or join it towards his fleet. Okay. You're just a regular luminaire. Go there. Individual drone here. Pious. Go to waypoint 2. Malford on a home system. Finished this refining operation. Oh, that's the refining station that fixed our budget. Even more than this 11k over our consumption now, but still. I want you to refit yourself to our Malfodora 2. I could put something into these systems here. Not usually a good spot to mine your allies' asteroid belts. I mean, he is mining these too. He's just using large freighters that don't produce quite as much. It's a valid strategy. I wasn't doing anything with this place here. Just had not planned a storage. 77 million Romulans have gone here. This is one of the first colonies we founded. It's not going to receive migration anytime soon, so I'm just going to keep the Adnot plant in place. It's only a small world. Okay. Running space, nobody else wants orders anymore. These are the mines we laid. They should be there together with like 8 or 9 or 100 or 1,000 of the other mines. Maybe I'll hand me those freighters again next turn. Or 2 turns. Alright. We took care of research. Let's take care of anything remaining that needs orders for construction. No orbital shipyards that are out of a job, no planetary shipyards that are out of a job except for this one. One planet here in Texrac. Is it you? No. It's you. Ah, yes, you built this minesweeper. Build a supply ship. Okay, that's it. I think the maintenance cost reduction is helping a ton. Brad's already fixed. All right. So, 2 big engagement next turn. I'm penetrating this war point, and I am jumping into this fleet. Together with the large combat replays we're going to get here next turn, or next turn's combat log is going to be even bigger, since you can always see the current turns and the last turns. So next time we're going to have great cinema. Until then.